Washington, D.C. So let's break it down. What does this mean for you? If you're sitting at home wondering, I hear a lot about these tax cuts. What does it all mean? Well, your income taxes are going to stay the same. That's the good news for those of you who like paying income taxes, which is none of us. But at least they don't go up. And then here's something interesting that folks are not probably totally aware of, and that is there's going to be a 2 percentage point cut in the payroll tax. Now, the payroll tax is what you pay into the Social Security system, and if we flip to the next screen, we can show you what that means. Essentially, workers now pay 6.2% on the first $106,800 that they make every year. This deal reduces that to 4.2%, so this is going to potentially, TJ and Kieran, put hundreds of dollars in the pockets of millions of Americans.
And so, the interesting thing is, part of it is that you wouldn't realize you were missing something unless this didn't go through, because right now most people have gotten used to seeing, their paychecks the way that they are because of the tax cut extensions. So, who would you say the biggest winners and the biggest losers are in all of this?
Well, Democrats, the reason why they were howling over this is because they felt like the poorest of Americans were getting the shaft on this. And let me tell you what I mean by that. The Making Work Pay tax credit, this is sounding kind of jargony, but this was in the stimulus. People might not be aware of this. But for individuals who are making less than $75,000, that tax credit put $400 in their pockets. As a result of that, this new tax cut deal does away with that tax credit. So $400 being lost for income earners up to $75,000, $800 for couples making up to $150,000. Who were the winners? Well, this is why a lot of Republicans were very much on board with this deal. The estate tax cut, had that expired, estate taxes would have gone up big time. The first, basically up to $1 million, you would have been exempt from the tax, but after $1 million, you would have been taxed at 55%. Now, it's estates up to $5 million are going to be taxed at 35%. So that's a pretty significant change, which is why some people feel like that estate tax cut is going to be a boon to a lot of wealthy Americans out there. So that's why the Republicans were feeling pretty good about this. Who are the losers, perhaps, in the end of all of this? Remember, all of this, guys, goes onto the credit card, $850 billion. Essentially, children who are being born now, they're going to have to be paying off this public debt when they're adults, because it's very unlikely that any of this is going to get paid off by the time they become adults. So it is a mixed bag. But, the reason why the president was so eager to have this passed is because a lot of economists out there are saying this is going to inject money into the economy, get the economy going. And Kieran and TJ, you've talked to Mark Zandi before, the noted economist. He has said that this could potentially reduce the unemployment rate in this country to 8.5% by the end of next year, which tells you why the White House is so interested in this.
Right. It's in some ways a gamble, but we'll have to see how it works out. Jim Acosta for us, thanks so much.
Thanks, Jim.